Okay. I have stuff in my ears that I need to turn down because it is distracting. Hold on. Where in the world? There we go. I should probably move my little PNG tuber over a little bit. I don't know. Because I want her away from the color wheel so y'all can see what I'm doing. So, where is she? There she is. I'm gonna unlock and move her over. There we go. I think that's a good spot. I did not draw this PNG tuber. I do not know how to pronounce their name. Did I put them in the credits on my... I did not. I need to correct that. But I can link it if absolutely necessary if somebody wants to know. Should be no problem at all. And I need to adjust my microphone a little bit for the VTuber. Sorry, y'all are seeing the behind the scenes there. Not ideal, but hey. Sorry to break the immersion. I don't know. But yeah, as you can see, I've already got some doodles on this page. I've just been doodling a lot of OCs lately. But I'll get more into that later if somebody needs to know, etc. I opted for no music today because honestly, finding things that are fine for YouTube and Twitch at the same time is kind of a pain in the butt. I know a lot of people just use video game music, but I feel like that is kind of a legal gray area that I don't want to play games with. Hi, Cookies. I hope you're doing good. It's been a while. Always appreciate you popping in. Been drawing a lot of cat OCs lately. And by a lot, I mean like 2 of them. Right now I'm kind of trying to... I've got the 2 twin cats, and I'm trying to design their little brother. I'm trying to decide if his hair should be the same color. Hello, Miss Mocha. I need to do a dog picture tax thing up there. Oh, stretch, thank you. I need to get a good picture of my doggy for you guys. But she wants my attention, but I'm busy. You want scritches. But Scythe can give her scritches. She'll live. Appreciate the stretch. That does feel good. I hate this. There's a center spot here on my tablet. It's like right here. And there's scratches there. It's not my tablet itself. It's the protector. I need to replace it. And, well, I can't replace it yet, but I will be able to eventually. Hey, much appreciated. Let's see. If y'all hear me talking to somebody that you're not seeing in chat, I've got some people over on YouTube and I've got some people over on Twitch. I'm not sure about putting the chat on the screen right now. I just don't feel like struggling with it because I'm already having a hard time hitting the go button in the first place. So keep it simple. Just do the thing, you know? But yeah, I'm trying to figure out what their brother should look like because the sisters, they're the older ones. They're a white cat and a black cat. And I want his ears to be kind of big because he's young. Maybe he's got to grow into his ears. But one's a white cat, one's a black cat. They're twins. But the brother, I think, is going to be dark gray unless I change my mind. I considered giving him, like, he's literally, like, white with black markings and stuff like that, but I wasn't too sure about it. Because I think that's going the half and half thing kind of too literal. But, like, I kind of like a literal gray area instead. Hello, Miss Sophie. Maybe one day I'll have a webcam and I'll show you guys these animals because they're cute. Come here, Sophies. You choose the best times to come sit with me. You're going to help me draw today, right? But I'm just doodling OCs and whatnot. I do have a commission that I'm working on, but I'm using this time to kind of warm up before continuing it. The commission actually is pixel art, so it's a little different, but I need something. I just need to do something for myself here and there. Okay, I wasn't serious about you helping me draw, Sophie. You're trying to climb up on my tablet. You can pretend, okay? But you can't actually go up there. You're helping. Bumping my hand. See, I don't like that. I know I'm drawing them chibi for the most part, but like I get really picky about their legs and I can never get them the way I want them to. They end up too long, they're too round on the bottom, the arms are weird. But this is just a sketch, so I should chill out. I probably should brighten this blue up a little bit, but a little late now. We'll pet the kitty cat. I am thinking I'm going to give him short hair. Because, like, you know, realistically, animals shouldn't have hair. And if they did, by technicality, it would probably be the same color as their fur. But I feel like if I gave them hair, it just gives them so much more personality. And you know what? Maybe his hair should be kind of rounded instead of, like, sharp and spiky. Give him... I say that, and then I just do it all spiky. But maybe give him... I'm not sure I like the shape of that tuft. You know what? Let's make a bigger one so I can just play with the hair. We're going to move this to the side with all the other ones. These aren't necessarily rejects, I'm just not working with them right now. I don't know. Miss Mocha. Did I even remember to change the title over on YouTube, if I can do that? Miss Mochas, what are you doing, baby? I know you're very cute. You're gonna have to go bug Scythe. Yeah, you are. I'm a little busy. Yeah, that sounds about right. She just hides under the bed away from him. I guess she don't want your attention. Goodness. How do I even get to my management? No. Knocks over my water bottle. Doggy, you're so cute. Don't mind my voice, it does that. No good reason for it, it just does. Let me fix that. Okay. Right, so I think I'm going to switch tools first, because that's not the tool I needed to draw with. But, well, let me lighten the blue up. The bigger I draw a circle, the more annoying it is to draw. And I probably should technically use the symmetry tool for this bit, but like, I don't know, sometimes things looking imperfect is kind of nice in its own way. Besides, I can just go boop, and look at that, that's weird looking. There's one thing I hate, it's flipping the art, but you need to flip it. Like, what are you gonna do, you know? I don't know. We'll just keep moving. So we know that our eyes are going to be around here, our nose, kitty mouth. So if we do, so the ears, I want them, again, to be a little too big, although I always draw my ears too big. But we're trying to consciously do this time. And I try to put floofs in there because I think it's cute and it's fun, you know? So if we do the hair, we know that our basic shape is going to be around like that, maybe. And maybe around here. Around here. And then same thing here. But we'll put the muzzle on there. So same shape is going to go here. And then we want some of it to be here. And there's going to be hair all along here too, right? So down and around. Yeah. Maybe have this come forward a little bit more. So we have that kind of plotted out. There. The thing is, though, it's like if I look up, because this is a masculine character, if I look up men's hairstyles, they're usually pretty bland, unless I'm like very specific. Maybe I'll try anyway and see what happens. I'm not going to put it on the stream, though, because Lord knows what you're going to find on searches these days. Yeah, it's the same fluffy on top, and then it's like a fade on the side everywhere. Occasionally curly. Yeah, everybody's got the same darn haircut. What do we do? Except for the people that just like, well, I guess that they're technically samey as well, if you just buzz it. But women are doing all kinds of things with their hair. Men are not afforded the same freedoms in some locations. But I don't want to go full on, anime protagonist kind of looking hair. I think it's a little much. Oh, hydrate. Yep, thank you. Had to double check my alerts were showing up. Make sure the rest of y'all do too. What I really like about my water this time of year is cold outside, so the water straight out of the tap is just as cold. No ice necessary. What if we did... I don't know. Or what if, because one of his sisters has curly hair, kind of fluffy too. What if we also had fluffier hair? Because that would give me, because I would like a round kind of look, but we're starting to look like a grandma right now. And what if we just... I might have to do that. Since we have fur here, it's just, you look at a cat and the fur thing is implied. So We'll probably just leave it like so. A tuft up here. Maybe have it slant downwards like that. And then maybe round it in the back, and then the ears would cover that up. And then just a little bit fluff here. Enough to imply there, maybe? If it's not clear, that I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just guessing. See, we're kind of looking, again, like that grandma kind of looking thing. I don't want that necessarily. But I think it's... Oh, okay, hi. I am not familiar with Captain Underpants. I mean, I'm aware it exists. I am a little curious, though. Oh, I see. I didn't know they had a spin-off. Well, I guess I should have known. That is cute. Appreciate the suggestion, but I think I'll hold off on that. For those of you on Twitch, it was suggested to draw, let's see. There's a series called Captain Underpants. There's a diaper dog character. I guess he goes with the super diaper baby. You want me to put him in the Saruman ball meme pose, but I'm honestly not feeling it today. That is a cute idea, though. Oh, hi phone. Still gotta figure out what to do. Boy, if you just straight up look up hair in general, and you don't add men to it, it's just all women. You know, maybe it just shouldn't go down the back of the head that far in general. Because like I said, we're looking like we have grandma hair. Just need to color it blue, I guess. I don't know. I'll just leave it like that. And then the rest of it is, implied fur. Being a little too picky. Or maybe I'm not picky enough, lordy. Okay. Kind of want him to look like those cats that are just kind of... I don't need to be that picky about that one. But I am. Kind of want to make him look like those cats that are like... You know how some cats, like, their default state is grumpy? Or their default state, like, is sad looking? And you know the cat is not actually feeling that way. But I'll sort that out eventually. Let's make our nose a little bit bigger. Start that down there. Drew my sketches too close together, but it's alright, we'll manage. So some of this is going to be around that ear. Maybe if I make those bumps smaller, it'll look better. Now, one of my cats has hair that's a different color from her fur. I'm trying to decide if I should make it the same color or if maybe I need to... Goodness. Now you can chat. Uh-oh. What happened? Oh, okay. Were you busy? Cookies? Sorry. I got a little bit sidetracked. Or sidetracked. Goodness gracious, brain. Distracted. That's the word I'm looking for. English is hard. That's the only thing I speak. You know what? I think that we'll work with that. I think he looks really nice. I try not to again to use the darn symmetry tool, but sometimes I'm feeling a little frustrated in general right now. So it's like, you know what, we are doing the symmetry tool, but we need it to be vertical, not horizontal. There we go. But I'm feeling it today. I need to. Go blue again. Oh, and Happy New Year to you too, by the way. I'm a little scatterbrained. Okay. I'm on the correct tool. Good. I gotta be careful because I end up with a point at the top. What I did last time, I did that because I don't want to use the symmetry tool all the way through, but I used the symmetry tool initially for the sketch 1, then 2, and then I went and just lined it with the black outline, I guess, in my best ability without the symmetry, which I don't know. If it's too perfect, it kind of bugs me. I can see when other people are using it, and no judgment against them for using it, but it personally bugs me. So I'm trying to use it less. But sometimes you just need to get a character design out, and that's the easiest way to do things. Maybe aim for a rectangular body type. Let's try it one more time. I don't know why I drew that line there. It's not necessary. And then we look like we're floating. That's a little better. And actually, legs a little longer. I'm going to draw the arms out. They're looking a little weird. It looks like I'm trying to draw in perspective, and I'm not. Maybe we need to draw those legs a little further apart. I also need to learn how to draw the feet in such a way that's a little more, I don't know. I also, too, like, I typically draw the bodies like that, you know? But I'm trying to work on, I guess, is it shape language or whatever it is? Yeah. Like, I need to vary up my body types. At least that's the goal. I'm going to set this to show in all layers real quick before I forget. Do I need to increase the size there? Maybe. Yeah, okay. I think that's good positioning. Hmm. So did y'all have a good New Year's and Christmas if you celebrate it, etc.? We really didn't do anything for New Year's ourselves. We usually don't. We just kind of exist, which is fine. For Christmas, though, it was more for the kids than anything. I'm going to temporarily turn that off. I need to make the eraser tool bigger. I'm going to erase around here, too, because I need to add hair texture in that area. I might need to do it over here, too, but you know what? I think the smaller little hair bumps is better. Maybe if I make them a little bit uneven, too. And the tail. Now the tail I think I had been playing with. Oops, wrong brush. Actually, I kind of want that to come down a little bit lower and more of a curve. Maybe a little bit shorter. Wrong pen again. I want it to go 1, 2, 3. But that looks more like a weird paw, so let's try that again. 2, 3. I backed up too much. 1, 2, 3. Still looks a little bit weird, but you know what? We'll just settle with that for now. I can do it again in a little bit. Because we're going to do this. I'm going to turn, yeah, okay. I'm going to turn that back on. New layer. I'm going to go for red. So I'm going to decrease the size of my brush too. So ears. And then little squiggles. And what else? Oh, hi, Secret. Hey, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate the lurk, as always. Make sure you take care of yourself and all. Lordy. I'm still tired. We took a walk before. Mocha. Hey. No cat. Come here. She's still a puppy, and she thinks the cat wants to play. She just feels like being ornery right now, I think. She's good at that, though. Thinking about it, I wonder if his curly, well, if his hair being curly, should his fur also be curly? Although I won't be like showing that directly on the art itself because I'd have to draw little curlies everywhere, and I think it'd look a little odd. I don't know. Okay, I was just checking on you. I just got a notification on my phone. Okay. Goodness. Let's see. Back to it. I know the arms are kind of weird looking at the moment. Like I said, I'm trying to make it so it can be seen a little more clearly, I guess. I don't know. I want to make sure that if I put anything in particular on the clothing, that we're going to look, it's going to be easy for me to reference later, is what I'm looking for. And speaking of which, this is about the time that we'll probably, yeah, exaggerate that a little more. But this is probably about the time that we'll start putting clothing on. And I was debating about what to do. Oh, hi, Folly. It is about the time you'll arrive. How's your evening going? Oops. I don't think we're going to have... I mean, two tails would be cool, but I don't think I'm going to put that on there. Let's turn that... Can I turn that off like that? Maybe? No. I accidentally did it before. That's a little better. I got the tail shape the way I want it this time. Oh, you got a little agitated earlier. It happens, I know how it is. But yeah, I was lurking earlier. But I think I ended up busy. I can't remember what I was doing at the time. But when I see you streaming, I always at least drop you a lurk, even if I don't announce myself. But yeah, evening's going okay. Kids got home from their aunt's house, and they're very quiet for now until they're not. Almost wanted to doze off when I didn't need to, so we took the dog for a walk. It was good for all of us. I'm starting to feel tired again, which kind of sucks. But, you know, what are you going to do? I was really struggling to hit the start button today for stream. I haven't streamed since the beginning of December, and I'm trying to do it more often. But, I don't know. Admittedly, I've been a little bit depressed the past few weeks. For some people, I guess it's the winter depression, but I think it's just my brain hates me. Maybe I miss some of my meds a little too often. You know. What do you do? I guess you felt better after your nap, at least. Honestly, it just... Sometimes everything irritates me when I'm a little bit tired, even. That emote is adorable. Yeah, stress nap. Yeah, I can see that. I think I've literally gotten so stressed out that I just laid down before, so... I hate it when that happens. Mocha. What are you doing? Dog keeps barking at us. She wants something and has not informed us what it is. We've taken her for her walk. I know where her ball is, but I don't know if she wants that right now. Scythe keeps trying to play with her, scritch her back, all kinds of stuff, and she's like, nah, I'm just gonna sit here and make noises. Both emotes are technically adorable, but I do like the hug one a lot, too. I don't remember. This is terrible. I don't remember what the context was with why is it both. Lord. I don't think my chibi anatomy is ever consistent, is it? Not including the VTuber that was drawn by somebody else. It was a art fight thingy. Oh, I get it now. Lord, do you remember what I'm tired? That I'm tired? Which emote is adorable and why is it both? It is both emotes. I was like, what is the context for why is it both? Oh, I get it. Maybe it should have been nap time about 30 minutes ago. Normally I get that. Ugh. Ooh, goodness. I got a spot on my thumb that's bugging me. Not like a hangnail, but more like the skin is being obnoxious. And it's itchy, and if you scratch it, it hurts. Not a rash, though. Outfit. What do we want? I went into Tabletop Simulator maybe once and fiddled around with something on there. At least I think I have it. But I haven't done much with it. Yeah, I do have it. But I haven't done much with it. I know there's like all kinds of like board games and stuff you can play on there. There's a really bad drawing tool on it. I mean, by technicality, I guess you would do that on a tabletop. So how bad are we talking? Ah, it won't let me get a close-up of the emote. So you drew your emote that way? Oh, there it is. You know what, though? It's got some personality. I like it. Like, there's just something charming about how messy it is. All right. So, like, my first thought is like, I could put this kid in, like, a wizard's robe. Because his sisters are witches. He is not magical, though. But he can make a mean potion. Because that requires, like, a catalyst or something. Oh, but I could do... See, for when he's working in the shop, I want him to have an apron. So, like, he'd probably have a pretty plain outfit for that. But I want to draw a, like, he's out and about kind of outfit right now. And maybe a cloak would work. Like a hooded cloak. I think that would be kind of cute. But what do I put under the cloak? I'm still not 100% sure what time period this stuff is in. But I am trying to keep their clothes simple so I can draw them again. I am open to suggestions. But yeah, I need to go try the drawing tool on Tabletop Simulator, though. Just for the hell of it one of these times. Because I want to see how bad it is myself. How does it compare to drawing on, like, Jackbox, you think? Let's see. You know, a lot of times I just look at random Google searches for ideas, but I'm just not coming up with much. Probably would help if I would look... I guess I need to look more so at, goodness, movies and cartoons and... Because, like, the idea, like, the male witch is technically a warlock within reason. There are some differences, I think. But a lot of times, if you're wanting a male witch, they usually get called a wizard rather than, yeah. But, like, I like the idea that a wizard really isn't a wizard without the beard and all that. Not that it's absolutely, you know, set in stone with it. I just like the idea. Okay, the drawing tool is pretty bad. There's no way to change the brush size, no way to erase part of the drawing, only full strokes because each mark is one long noodle. Huh. So, that's interesting. I'm just, like, imagining if it were, like, say, in Blender or something, like, it's just, like, a long plane, basically? Or is it, like, physically round? Like a noodle? I do need to go see it later. Well, then again, some people are also, like, they're a wizard, but they're also female, so, like, I have seen the pens in VR chat. I've seen people use them, but never really used them for myself. Is it about the quality of that, or I think, can you erase on VR chat though? Hmm. Ooh. Yeah, that's a fair point. Folly says, which wizard and warlock are usually separated by source of their magic? And also too, like I see a lot of them have like specific like, is it archetype that I'm thinking? Because usually witches are mean women, usually hags, and this is like traditional stuff, not necessarily modern. And wizards are old wise men with beards, and then warlocks are evil wizards who hate children typically. At least that's what I learned growing up. I haven't done a lot of heavy research into that. It also depends on the media you're looking into. Alright, we'll just do the cloak. I guess we'll just like keep it simple underneath. Maybe we'll just do like a tunic or something. See, if I click it like that, then it comes back up. But I can't click the same thing and have it, yeah. So we'll have this connect here. I don't know what's connecting it right now. Could it be two little latch thingies? Is it a button? Who knows? But we'll just have this all flowy behind him for the moment. Because if I put it over the arms, I might duplicate the image and redo it. Witches usually do folk magic, wizards use science and ritualistic magic, and warlocks often harness dark powers or demonic forces pulled from something else. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. I'll have to sort out how I want to define these things. I'm still in the very beginning stages of creating the world and everything for these characters. So we'll do, because we can't see it that well, it's cloak. Not a cape, but a cloak. And Baba Yaga for witch, Merlin from Sword in the Stone for wizard, and Gandalf or Dumbledore for warlock. I did not consider. Oh, my bad. You included them in the wizard. I was like, wait, what? As for warlocks, the only warlock I can think of is literally the one from. Is it Halloween 3? It was the one everybody hated because Michael Myers wasn't in it. Yeah, okay. Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. But that's literally the only one in media that I can think of. I thought it was a fun movie myself. Probably creeped me out as a kid, but like I said, it's not too bad, I think. Now. And I don't think I need to really imply the hood back there. If I was doing a side profile, it would probably help this design a little bit. But I can always do that later. Right now, I'm just kind of figuring stuff out. So if we did... I guess the length of the sleeves and whatnot would be determined by what time of year it is. Maybe we'll put like a belt here. Can't do that on both sides because we're using the symmetry tool right now. I need to learn how to do folds correctly and not to do them when I'm using the symmetry tool, because it looks a little more boring, I guess. And my shoes are always too dang simple. But we'll sort those out eventually. And then we'll put like, we're just gonna have some like something under there. Pants. I don't know if tights would be good on fur. That would probably be really annoying. He's looking pretty snazzy. So I'm gonna jump to, oh wait, this one needs to be normal. That one needs to be faded. We're gonna turn off the prior layer. And we're gonna go no symmetry tool on this one. Black. I think I'll start small and then outline with the bigger one. I'll figure it out as I go. I should probably get a sip of water. Throat's feeling a little bit dry. I started working on a drawing where he and his sisters are kind of, I guess, playing like they're doing like the London Bridge thing, and he's running underneath them. But I was like, I don't even know what I want him to look like. So I had to put that on hold. It was a fun idea, it just wasn't, a good idea at the moment, not knowing what I wanted to do. My cat has joined me again. Trying to keep it away from the center of my screen because I got scratches here on the protector, and it irritates me to run my pen over them. I'll eventually have a new screen protector. I just got to be a little bit patient. Patience is hard, though. Let me tell you. I'm really good at pretending to be. Goodness. So my cat is currently rubbing against my drawing arm. Yes, you are. That looks weird. We're just going to do it like this. I know it looks like we're cross-eyed, but Sophie, you're not helping. You're very cute, though. Goodness. Yeah, let's see. Looking at the ears, I'm not so sure I like them now. They're a little bit too big. But this doesn't have to be a permanent design. We're just kind of figuring things out. And it was going to be just doodles, but it's turned into a little bit more than that, as it often does. That's a little bit off from the center. Excuse me. I'm just doing our best to make it look like I know what I'm doing. Somebody else who knows, less of how to do this stuff versus me will be like, wow, this is probably cool. And then I'm like, thanks, I winged it. But sometimes it's just how it is. Fake it till you make it, they say. Sophie, this is not the best time to rub on my hand. I love you, though. Sophie says it's always the best time to do that. All the time is the best time to disturb you when you're busy because I am a cat, and that's what we do. A little further out. And then the tail, I'm going to move that part up a little bit. Oh, just a moment. Okay, kiddo needed something. Put the cuffs there. And go like that. Miss Sophie, what are you doing? Nope. There we go. I think I figured out how I want that to work. Sophie, no. You're not supposed to be up on my desk. No, you're not. You think you can be on my desk. Hi, Usagi. How you doing? Well, that was weird. I'm doing okay. A little tired. But I'm always tired, I guess. Is it okay if I'm tired of being tired, though? Eh, that'll work. Okay, turn off the red. Gonna thicken my lines in a few spots. Yeah, it's just like perpetually tired. Actually, I don't want to line in there. I just want to line out here. And out here. Oop, too far in. Selfie. Now you're rubbing on the microphone. You just feeling extra cuddly. Hmm. At least cats don't bark at you, I guess. She will, however, bump my arm while I'm working. I'm often conflicted if I should have my outlines on the outside like get thinner as I get closer to the light source, or if I just want to do it like all dark outline like a coloring book. I might just do flat colors in general on this today. Because sometimes it's just nice to do flat colors and not have to worry about if I'm shading something right or wrong. It just allows me to have fun with it. So I've decided that this one's going to be dark gray. We are a little bit in the purple right now, but that's because I don't want to use something completely devoid of color, if I'm using that phrase correctly. Oh, okay. Thank you. I'll make sure to check that out. In the... Oh, okay. Where is it? So that's in... Alright, yeah, I'll look for that. Yeah, I'm always conflicted about what to do with it, because, like, I know it can be a stylistic choice, too. But also, I don't know. I'm going to keep it simple for now, but I'm going to bookmark that video. Let me finish coloring this face in first. That'll give me a moment to look away from it and decide if I like that. So we'll go Control F. Oh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, for sure. Yeah, guidelines and preferences for the most part, and nothing set in stone with art is correct. You just do what feels good. And you don't have to be a genius about it either. You can draw stick figures, even. think I forgot a line on the cloak on the inside. So press that, change that back to a 12, back to black. There, that'll work. Pick this back up and continue flat coloring. Oh, but what colors do I use? Maybe green. Maybe. I can always try a couple different color palettes and decide. I'm actually going to decrease. Yeah. Decrease is a word, I guess, for that, but I want to darken it a little. Should probably color the ears as well. The background on my canvas is not white anyway, so I need to recolor those white. Plus, it's a pain in the butt when you're trying to work with it and you realize you didn't color some of it. Oh my gosh. Alright, I am going to get up and stretch for a minute. If you're on Twitch, I'm going to run ads for just a few minutes. I will be right back. I just saw a welcome to the chat room on my end. Did the stream mess up? I have no idea. Alright, now where did I... Oh, there it is. I'm always losing my pen. I'm going to at least finish flat coloring this and maybe doodle a little bit. And then probably call it. Went and got myself a hot chocolate while I got up. I don't know about the green on the tunic, though. Because then we're leaning into, like, Legend of Zelda territory. Which wouldn't be a bad thing. But it'll definitely be a decision on the inside. Maybe a purple? I don't know. I know I said I'm doing flat colors, but I am going to quote-unquote cheat a little and make the inside here a little darker. You're thinking purple as well? Green and purple are just nice together, honestly. Do that, hue shift down. So I'll probably just do purple, we'll see. Can always rethink it later. I'll just fix that. I just want to recognize where one part of the cloak ends and where the other one begins. It'd help if I color this part too, probably. I think his nose dark too. Real quick, like, I was also trying to decide. So his father is a white cat. I didn't realize how much different I drew those. But his father is a white cat and his mother is a black cat. But his father is one of those blue-eyed cats that's... he's deaf. Well, I really didn't realize how badly different I drew those. Until... Goodness, I can't think. Let me redo the eyes real quick, because I'm being very picky about them. But yeah, the father is a blind, white-eyed cat. And then the mother is a black cat. Father is non-magical, mother is magical. Would help if I would turn that black, wouldn't it? But I'm trying to decide which of the siblings should have blue eyes, if I do blue eyes for anybody. I don't know if it should be this one or one of the sisters. But I got time to decide. It's not like anything I'm doing is, you know, set in stone. Or maybe none of them got that trait. I don't know. But we'll just go for the standard amber color for now. Can always change it later. I need to turn off the symmetry tool in case I want to make some different markings and what have you. Okay, so we're thinking maybe purple, but I don't want to lean too warm. I don't want to lean too... This might work. We'll try it and see what happens. Not me realizing if I would just turn on the symmetry tool, this would be a lot faster, but you know what? Sometimes it's nice to take our time. Nothing wrong with that. And the belt I'm probably just going to do in brown. Maybe the boots are like that too. Would these people ethically be able to use leather? Or maybe I shouldn't think about it too hard. Kind of like, you know, Mickey Mouse logic is good sometimes. Just like, you know, yeah, pets exist. Don't think too hard about it. For example. So we'll just do this. And there we go. Sometimes my pixel art brain takes over while I'm doing this stuff too. It's like I gotta make sure my palette is super limited. And I don't necessarily have to, but it does make it easier for me to redraw later. I forget to check a thing. Unstable. My connection must be suffering a little bit. That's okay. So, I'm not necessarily going to do white inside the ears, but I'm going to lighten it up a little bit in here. Just for visual interest's sake. And then like these, though. Maybe an off-white, because like it doesn't look bad the way it does now. Maybe a little bit of yellow in there. Or maybe more of a cream color. That's not too bad. But it kind of makes you want to draw your eyes more towards his legs with that color choice. What if it was darker? Like maybe these are like some kind of like linen pants or something. That's better. Oh, you know what? I think I also want to put a little bit of the gold up here. I don't know. I gotta go look up how these things work and whatnot. But for now, that'll work. Because things should make at least a little bit of sense, I figure. And now I'm conflicted. Do I go ahead and shade? Or do I just go doodle? I don't know. You know, maybe it's just time that I just went ahead and called it. I managed an hour and a half today, so that's not too bad, you know. Could be better, could be worse. But I haven't done this in a while, and I'm feeling kind of, I feel like I need to stop for a bit. Alright, Like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and call it. Thanks for stopping by. I'm probably not gonna raid out today. I know, Miss Mocha. But maybe next time I will. I'm just not feeling it. Have a good night and take care, everybody.